Happening now at noon, voters in Arkansas are making their voices heard. This is the first day for early voting in the November general election. Plus, officials in Bradley County now working to find the cause of more than 20 fires from over the weekend. More of the damage left behind as the investigation continues. And despite the war on opioid addiction, overdose deaths keep rising. At 12:17, a closer look at some of the new approaches communities are trying in order to help. And it's a claim we hear every winter, cold weather kills mosquitoes. But is that really true? Our Verify team has the answer coming up a little bit later. And there is nothing about winter weather in our forecast. Instead, some badly needed rain, but not just yet. Meteorologist Corrales Ortiz joins us now with your forecast. Corrales?
Good afternoon. Yeah, we are starting to already see some spotty showers across the natural state this afternoon, and we'll see a lot more of that rain as it makes its way later into the evening and overnight hours. Let's take a live look right now at our current radar. You can see northwest Arkansas already seeing some light showers in place. Matter of fact, you can even see that little yellow polygon just near Tulsa there. A little severe thunderstorm warning. So we do have a low end chance of seeing a strong storm or two, especially in southwest Arkansas with this rain moving through tonight. We're very mild starting off at 76 right now in the metro, 75 in Conway, 77 Pine Bluff, nearing 80 degrees later this afternoon. A lot cooler to our west though, as they're still going to be dealing with some of those rain showers for much of the day. Overall warm and windy day in store. More rain on the way though later tonight. More on that is coming up.
Corrales, thank you. We are now at a few minutes after noon, so polls in Arkansas have been open for early voting for just over 4 hours. And THV 11 is your election central as we check in on early voting today. We're hearing from poll workers who tell us they anticipate a good turnout. For the next 2 weeks, early voting locations will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. And you can cast a ballot on Saturday, too, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Midterm elections are held in the second year of a president's 4-year term, but these results are still critical and determine the outcome of some major statewide offices, including the next governor of Arkansas. Pulaski County Clerk Terry Hollingsworth has this message for voters.
Read your ballot, know who you're voting for, and also read those initiatives.
If you need to know your poll location or your voter status, you can visit the online pages of the Arkansas Secretary of State or your county clerk's office. The Secretary of State's office will have that information for you online. And one other note for absentee voters, the deadline to submit an application this year will be November 4th. And as always, turn to THV 11 for election results, full coverage. We even have a free comprehensive voting guide made for you. You'll find it at thv11.com, or you can text the word VOTE to 501-376-1111 and we'll send you a link to it. This guide has all you need to know, including how to vote absentee. With early voting now underway, new October poll numbers show the effort to legalize recreational marijuana in Arkansas may be in trouble. It's a new poll from Talk Business and Politics and Hendrix College, showing a shift in public support for issue number 4. That's the ballot question about recreational marijuana. The poll conducted last week asked if the election was held today, would you vote for or against issue 4? Just over 50% of those surveyed said they're in favor of it, 43% against, with 6.5% still undecided. These new numbers show a drop in support for issue 4, though, in just the past month. Now take a look. The same question was asked back in September and found 58% support for recreational marijuana, with 29% planning to vote against it. We also have some new poll numbers for 3 of the big races that will be on your ballot. According to a statewide poll conducted by Hendrix College and Talk Business and Politics, Republican candidate Sarah Huckabee Sanders is leading the race for governor. That's no surprise. 51% of the people surveyed said they support Sanders, with Chris Jones, the Democrat, around 10 percentage points behind. Libertarian Ricky Dale Harrington is sitting at about 3%, while 5% of voters say they are still undecided. And then you have the race for Attorney General, where 57% of surveyed voters say they plan to vote for Tim Griffin, the current Lieutenant Governor. Jesse Gibson did get 31%, with 12% still undecided. And finally, a look at the race for U.S. Senate. Current Senator John Boozman sitting at 52%, followed by Democrat Natalie James at 32%, and Libertarian Kenneth Cates at 3%. It has been another violent weekend in central Arkansas, where law enforcement agencies are investigating several shootings this afternoon. Pulaski County Sheriff deputies are now turning to the public to try and catch the person who shot and killed a man at a community park. The deadly shooting happening late Friday night at McGalmont Park. The agency posted a picture of the scene. You'll see it here in a moment. The victim identified as 18-year-old Kirkwood of North Little Rock. So far, no arrests have been made, but investigators are looking for public tips, hoping the information will help them find the suspect. And a man already in police custody is now being charged in connection with a separate murder from last year. 18-year-old Jamarian Holmes is now charged with first-degree murder in connection with the killing of 49-year-old David Brown. Holmes was already in the Pulaski County Jail facing murder charges from July of this year. He was arrested July 6th in connection with the July 4th killing of Titus Moten at the Big Country Chateau Apartments. Meanwhile, one person is recovering this morning after another shooting Friday night. Little Rock police say it happened near Geyer Springs Road and Nova Street in southwest Little Rock. They arrived to find one victim who'd been shot in what police say was an isolated incident. Rain is in our forecast, and that may finally give parts of the state some relief from the high fire danger. And it can't come soon enough as firefighters battled 21 large wildfires over the weekend, state forestry officials tell THV 11. Now, one of the biggest fires in South Arkansas had flames coming just a mile from Warren city limits. Multiple agencies came together to battle back the flames that ended up reaching just a few feet away from homes and property. It took 14,000 gallons of water to put out the blaze. Fortunately, no buildings sustained any damage. Jalissa Garza has more from Bradley County, where the focus now is finding out how it started.
Smoke still in the air after a brush fire in Bradley County sparked Saturday afternoon.
First crews arrived on scene about 1:45. It had already burned about 25 to 30 acres.
In just a few hours, that number would reach around 500. Robert Murphy with the Arkansas Department of Agriculture says this community hasn't seen a large brush fire like this in years.
The biggest one we've had since 2016 in Bradley County.
That fire in 2016, 3 times the size of this one.
1,502, I believe.
Multiple agencies worked together to make sure the fire didn't spread to nearby homes.
No structures damaged whatsoever, so we were really lucky.
For about 7 hours, it was all hands on deck battling the flames.
And they made 20 drops yesterday on this fire, That's a little over 14,000 gallons of water.
The fire finally under control.
It had to cross a very well-maintained wide county road, gravel road, and that kind of helped slow it down just enough for our crews to be able to catch up to it.
The cause of the fire is still unknown, but Murphy says they have a hunch.
We do know enough to say that this fire was preventable.
He adds this should serve as a reminder to take those burn bans seriously.
This is the reason why. This is a result of not abiding by a burn ban.
Murphy says they're continuing to keep eyes across the natural state in case another fire like this sparks.
We have crews scattered all over the state that are geared up and ready to respond if need be.
In Bradley County, Jalissa Garza, THV 11 News.
We are tracking showers on our radar. Rain slowly making its way to the natural state, along with the potential for a few strong storms. We'll have the latest outlook on that and what else follows this rain for our upcoming week in your forecast coming up.
And also ahead, the mosquitoes were awful this summer, but now that the seasons are starting to change, will the cold get rid of them? We verify coming up in 2 minutes.